Just wanted to start out by stepping back a little bit and saying why DAM and why now. As many of you know, in 2007, the Yale Center for British Art was collaborating with the Yale University Art Gallery in search of a digital asset management system. Our impetus then was not much different than it is now. We needed to create a foundation for delivering images to online collection interfaces and other systems. Our photo studio was transitioning to a fully digital operation, and we knew that the number of digital assets we were creating was going to increase significantly, and we had an opportunity to collaborate on solutions and share costs. Our factors for evaluation included scalability, backend database structure, security structure, a flexible application programming interface, ability to communicate with our external databases, and stability and responsiveness of the product and the teams, and site visits and client interviews. But we reached a point where we couldn't move forward. The cost of a truly scalable system was too great, and even though the gallery and we sought to share a system, the alignment of workflow between our institutions wasn't a priority, and the underlying architecture we were envisioning at the time would keep our respective sets of digital assets very separate. The customizations required to maintain this together but separateness were considerable. By the end of 2008, it was clear that we couldn't meet our technical and institutional goals without this digital backbone, and without a digital asset management system of some type. We were embarking on our collections cataloging initiative with Ken Hama, who joined us from the Getty, and we were working toward establishing a searchable online collection, which is an institutional priority. At that point, ODAI stepped into the breach. If the museums would work toward the close alignment of our business processes and agree on an integration path with our collection management databases and lay the groundwork for broader participation and plan toward the broad-based discovery of campus-wide resources, they were willing to partner with us in phase one of this project. This image illustrates the standard derivatives that we produce for a variety of purposes, really for our end users. We have a master file for preservation. We have color-corrected version with digital color bars and grayscales for high-level publication. We have thumbnails. At this point, we produce these manually or in a semi-automated fashion with some batching or scripting. And this is just one object. If you multiply this by the thousands of objects that we photograph annually now, moving towards tens of thousands in years 2 and 3 onward in our project, you can begin to see why we need a DAM to assist us with management of these.
Well, so Yale University Gallery, hopefully the building looks familiar. We have roughly 200,000 objects, cultural objects. And the other point to make that's important to us to move forward with the dam is we are in 7 geographic locations across the campus. One more image, just to give you, or I should say another snapshot from eCatalog, just to give you an idea of the various data that can come along with an image. But why I selected this particular one is because eCatalog right now will give you one image. There's only so far we can go with automation. As the dam comes up to speed, what we want to do is be able to deliver multiple image of particular objects out through eCatalog and then of course through other resources. In this particular one, it's great to represent this particular object because as an African tusk that's been carved, there's several different views that you might want to do, and then of course the visual resources department then digitally took and flattened it out so you can look at the entire tusk all the way around in one single view. These are the types of things that we want to get out to the world and allow them to view. So the takeaway here is not only do we have quantity of images, through the various coins, 80,000, through all of our culture objects, 200, several hundred thousand. But the other takeaway is each individual object can have multiple views.
I'm Larry Gall from the Computer Systems Office at the Peabody Museum of Natural History. And I was very interested to hear the description of an ecosystem by Meg. I think that's very apt. We deal with the real ecosystem as well as the digital one. And ecosystems are, of course, heterogeneous. I think you've heard a little bit of that so far. Although we're the Peabody Museum of Natural History, we also have a variety of other collections under our umbrella, and those include anthropology, meteorites, planetary science, mineralogy, and scientific instruments. So it's a somewhat diverse ecosystem. Um, so what's really happening to us, as probably to everyone around campus, is that the the revolution in capture of digital imagery, of videos, et cetera, has swept over us. It's just swept over the ecosystem. So that's really taken place in about the last 5 years for us. So we're awash in material that we really haven't been used to managing, and we're desperately looking to find ways to manage them. And the dam provides a nice context for doing so. We look to the dam and the infrastructure that grows up around the dam as sort of a new context, a new melting pot for other areas. So the groups in yellow here among our disciplines, they are fairly new in the operation of digital collections here, but they also have, I'm a biologist, so I think in terms of trees. In many instances, their closest relatives are actually not in the Peabody, but their closest relatives are in other entities at campus or elsewhere. So we're looking to the dam as a mechanism for exposing those folks to their peers a little more directly.